Hello everyone. I, Sonal Dubey, Assistant Professor Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Management Studies and Research, welcome you back with a new video of Principles of Marketing Management. And in today's video, I'm going to discuss about the different types of product. So in today's video, we are going to discuss them. Let's start. So basically, the products can be classified on the basis of two dimensions or two aspects, that is durability and tangibility and usage. So this is the main criteria of the division. Now first we'll start with the on the basis of durability and tangibility. On the basis of these two aspects, the products have been classified into three classes. One is non-durable, and a second one is durable, and third one is services. So what are durable goods? So basically, tangible goods that are normally consumed in one or few use, example soap, shampoo, milk, vegetable, pen, etc. Because these goods are consumed quickly and are purchased relatively frequently, the appropriate strategy with regard to these goods is make them available at many locations, charge only a small markup, advertise heavily to induce trial and build preference. So all that products which are used or consumed very fast, they are also called fast moving consumer goods. So they comes under the non-durable goods. Now we move to the durable goods. These are tangible goods that normally serve many uses. Example, refrigerators, mechanical tooth, clothing, etc. And what they require more personal selling and service, command higher margins, require more seller guarantee. So these are called durable as well as tangible goods because we can touch them, feel them, and they normally stay longer. Then come to the services. Now services is also type of products, but they are intangible in nature. We can't touch them, we can't feel them, and they are inseparable. The production and consumptions is always there together, and this it works continuously, and they are variable. There is a variety in the services, and they are perishable. We can consume them fast. So what they required is they required more quality control, they required supplier credibility, uh, who is providing the services, credibility is required. They required adaptability because services used to change according to the time. They should be dynamic in the nature. And for example, a haircut, a consultancy, a medical app, health, all these are services. So services is a type of product which the production and consumption work simultaneously. We provide them and the consumer use them at a time only. So there are basic requirements. There is different requirements for the services. So this division was on the basis of durability and uh, durability and tangibility. Okay, now we move towards the different classification, which is based on the use. According to the use of the product, there is first classification is consumer goods, goods that are used mainly for domestic purposes and are not used for any further commercial purposes. They can be further divided into following classes. So first is consumer goods, which are used for domestic purposes. It further it has classification, and the first type is convenience good. And what are the convenience good? The convenience goods are the goods which frequently purchased, immediately purchased with minimum efforts, and they can be further classified as convenience goods are staples, which are goods purchased on a regular basis. Example, food products. Impulse goods, goods that are purchased without any planning or search efforts. They are the goods purchased because they happen to be there when the customer saw them and decided to buy them. Like you went to a grocery store and you buy some bread, milk, or you have also bought some wafers and something like that. That is impulse goods. And then emergency goods, goods that are purchased when need is urgent. Example, an umbrella if there is a sudden rainstorm and you are not prepared for it, or a medicine in case of medical emergency. So these are called emergency goods. So all of them are convenience goods which we buy regularly for domestic purposes, and we frequently purchase them, and immediately also we purchase them without making many effort. So this was the first class, this was the first type on the basis of usage. Then shopping goods, goods that the customer in the process of selection and purchase characteristically compares on such basis as suitability, quality, price and style. So these are called shopping goods. You can also consider them as durable goods, and they are furniture, clothing, etc., which you always compare and then buy. And its buying is always depend upon the characteristics they possess. And they can be further classified as homogeneous shopping goods. These are the goods that are similar in quality but different enough in price to justify the comparisons. Like clothing, you have same type of pattern in different brands, so this is called homogeneous shopping goods. Then heterogeneous shopping goods, these are the products that differ in product feature and services that may be done. More important than price, the seller can carry wide assortment to meet an individual preferences. The seller must have well-trained salespeople to inform and advise customers. So they are heterogeneous shopping goods which have differ in features and services like mobiles, and sailor have a wide range of assortment with him, and individual buy them on their preferences. So these are called heterogeneous shopping goods. Then third one is specialty goods. Their features are they have unique characteristics or brand identification for which a sufficient number of buyers are willing to make special purchase efforts, like cars, stereos, men's suits. And the features are they do not invoke making comparisons. Buyers invest them to reach dealers. Dealers do not need convenient location. However, they must let prospective buyers know their location. So they are specialty goods for which the buyer make efforts to buy because they have some brand recognition with them. They have some goodwill in the market. They have brand identification for them. The customer make efforts to buy because they have made such position in the market that the customer is willing to buy them. So these type of product comes under specialty goods. Then unsought goods, what are their features and what are they? The consumer does not know about or does not normally thinking of buying, like smoke detectors, life insurance, cemetery plots, gravestones, encyclopedia, and require advertising and personal selling support. These goods are came under the category of unsought goods, which are generally people have do not buy um, impulsively, or we have to the seller have to force them or pressurize them to buy it, because they doesn't come under the simple buying patterns. So for them you have to focus on the customer, you have to pressurize him, you have to make them understand the benefits of these products, then only he or she should buy them. So they need a major advertising and personal selling support. That is why they are called unsought goods. People don't buy them frequently. So this was the classification on the basis of usage. And usage, we have first understand the consumer goods and their types, which were convenience goods, shopping goods, and specialty goods, then and unsought goods also. And then we move to the next, that is industrial goods. What are industrial goods? Goods that are normally purchased by individuals and organization for further processing or for use in conducting a business. So basically we can consider the raw material or any buying which is done by the industries or by the businessmen to further process that product comes under the industrial goods. So they can be further divided into following classes. As I told you, raw material and all, the material and parts, and their feature it includes raw material, manufactured material, and parts. They are mostly sold directly to industrial users. Their price and services are the major marketing factors. branding and advertising tend to be less important. So basically what comes under industrial good is raw material, manufactured material and parts, and they are mostly sold directly to industrial users. Their price and services are the major marketing factors, and branding and advertising is not so important for them because they people buy them for their usage. So material and parts and capital items, and their features are industrial products that aid in the buyer's production or operation, including installation and accessory equipments. Installation consists of buildings, fixed equipment, etc. Accessory equipments include portable factory equipments and tools, office equipments like fax, etc. So these are basically items which are related to capital, and they can be a installation, they can be an accessory equipment, or we can say them accessory equipments, or the extra thing which any industry require to run their industry smoothly. So they are basically the extra things which are required other than the material, major material of that part. So they comes under this in this type and called capital items. So these are two types of industrial goods. Then we move to the third one, that is supplies and services. And what are the features of this type of goods? Including operating supplies like coal, lubricants, paper, pencils, etc. It also include repair and maintenance items, that is paints, nails, etc. Supplies are the convenience products of the industrial field because they are usually purchased with a minimum effort and comparisons. And business services include maintenance and repair services, example, computer repair, and business advisory services, that is legal, management, consulting, advertising, etc. So the third one is according to the usage is supplies and services which are intangible and which are, we can say, perishable. So these type of items also come under the industrial goods, and they are also part of industrial goods, the supplies and services which are provided to for the usage of industrial function, like this maintenance items or any type of services which is required for maintenance and repairs work. All these type of things come under the supplies and services. So basically according to the usage there are two type of goods. One is consumer goods and second one is industrial goods. I hope the classification is clear to you all on the basis of tangibility and tangibility and durability. And the second basis was the usage. So, and on the usage, they have divided only in the goods into two types. We'll meet soon with some new topic of the marketing. Till then, take care and bye bye. Thank you.